Morning Macomb.
And it's 9 a.m. Welcome to News 3's Good Morning Macomb. I'm Andrew Ball.
And I'm Mackenzie Yerby. Thank you for joining us.
And I'm Jared Streeter. Thanks for joining us on this Friday morning, April 5th.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, last week I went to the last First Friday of the semester hosted by the art department, and I had a lot of fun doing it. So while I was there, I was able to make different art. So I actually made a screen printed bag, as you see right there on the screen. It's like a little philosophy sloth. I really enjoyed that image because it was a black woman and she has natural hair. It kind of reminded me of myself. I also did some throwing as well. And that's before. And then this is my friend Sapphire. She's actually doing some pottery right there, and she did a good job. She actually has a little bowl that she can put her cereal in. It hasn't dried yet, but we had a lot of fun.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, so I would definitely suggest if you're stressed out before finals, go do some art, do some throwing, just have fun, relax.
Yeah, hands-on experience.
All right.
So this week, let's see, just a minute here. Sorry, for our Around Town segment this week, I met with the owner of one of my favorite stores here in Macomb, in downtown Macomb, actually. On Tuesday, Laura Dively, who's the owner of Nostalgia, gave me a detailed tour of the store, including the different sections and items that she has to offer. So coming up later in the half hour, we have that tour of the store in our Around Town segment.
I'm
And
excited about
that was a really fun opportunity. I mean, it was really neat to be able to explore that.
Right,
store.
right.
And Jared, you've done some really interesting things lately
Yes.
that I wouldn't have the heart to do.
Right.
Yes, actually over spring break, going back a few weeks, I actually chased some storms in
look at that photo.
Indiana. That picture right there is actually a shelf cloud over Macomb.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
amazing. That is
I
amazing.
looked in my rearview mirror and saw that that's a tornado I caught in Iowa. I know I'm just kind of casually talking about this, but yeah, that was my first tornado I've ever caught. But chasing storms isn't just for thrills to me. It's about keeping people safe since we're actually trained storm spotters and we actually report to the National Weather Service. And we relay information such as there's a rotating wall cloud, there's a tornado on the ground, there's large hail, and then they relay that information actually to the public. So it's the matter of keeping people safe as well.
Right.
As you can see, I take a lot of photography of the storms. These pictures I can, put on Facebook and all that kind of stuff. So it's a lot of fun,
Well,
but it's scary.
Not much like that in our forecast for today anyway.
No.
Just some light rain.
Yeah, some light rain, and it is foggy outside currently.
Wow.
So right now, foggy. Yeah. We got a little bit of fog going on outside right now. Temperatures. Right here you can see there's not much rain in our area currently. Current conditions right now, it is foggy with our temperature around 46. The winds are relatively mild right now. The temperature is just 3 miles an hour. Again, not much in our area right now. All the precipitation is kind of dissipating off to our east. However, that can change as we start to head into this weekend. So. Back on over to you guys.
All right, well, thank you very much for that. So this morning we have some morning headlines for you all. The FBI confirmed that the DNA was not a match for the person found wandering a Kentucky neighborhood, claiming to be Timothy Pitson, who's been missing since 2011. Pitson's family found renewed hope of finding him alive after a male came forward Wednesday claiming to be the missing boy. Now they say it feels like they were reliving the day that he went missing all over again.
It's been awful. We've been on tenterhooks. We've been hopeful, alternately hopeful, and frightened, and it's just been exhausting. But as Kara said, I feel so sorry for the young man who's obviously had a horrible time and felt the need to say he was someone else, and hope that they can find his family.
Newport, Kentucky police says that the male is actually a 23-year-old Brian Reaney of Medina, Ohio. Reaney has not been charged with anything at this time.
And 2 people in McDonough County were injured in an accident yesterday. The Illinois State Police say 20-year-old Shaylee Covert of Augusta and 62-year-old William Sweeney of Bushnell were both traveling on the westbound Illinois 9. Sweeney slowed to make a right turn onto Waco Road when Covert hit the back of his vehicle. Sweeney's vehicle came to a rest in the ditch off of Waco Road. Both had minor injuries.
The event that is slogan as Walk to Fight Cancer has officially been canceled. The Festival of Life has announced that the event has been canceled due to a lack of participation. The American Cancer Society is still accepting donations until April 30th. Donations can be made online by mail to address this listed on the screen. For more information, visit the Festival of Life Facebook page.
The College of Fine Arts and Communication is celebrating 50 years with a black tie event. The Performing Arts Society Gala and Auction will take place tomorrow from 5:30 to 11 p.m. in the University Union Grand Ballroom. Tickets can be purchased online and include dinner and performance from the St. Louis-based band Downtime. The celebration will benefit arts programs at WIU and the local community.
Plans for a new state-of-the-art aircraft testing lab were revealed Thursday in Rockford. Collins Airspace System is operating the $50 million facility that is being called the Grid. The Grid is a high-power and high-voltage area that will be used for designing and testing systems within electric aircrafts. The system includes planes, batteries, generators, and fuses. The system created will be used to support military, UAV, and business aviation aircrafts. Coming up after the break, find out the winner of your Choose the News poll.
That's right, and later, how one man managed to steal a chainsaw. We'll be right back.
National Broadcasting Society helps the future of broadcasting get the tools needed to succeed in an ever-growing media world. At Western Illinois University, the professional connections students bring to our chapter of NBS have opened doors to networking possibilities that students otherwise wouldn't have. The opportunities we are given as students at WIU allow us to make connections today for success tomorrow.
They gave me Vicodin after my knee surgery. They kept prescribing it, so I kept taking it. I didn't know it would be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
I chose Western Illinois University because I could get involved right away. You're going to gain experience. I'm going to be able to just become successful right out the gate. I'll be a news reporter and eventually become a news anchor one day. I've always felt that as a strong speaker, I could be a voice for the voiceless, but as long as I continue to believe in myself, work hard, and show that I want to put my best foot forward, I think that anything is possible.
Welcome back. I'm Andrew Ball.
And I am Mackenzie Yerby.
Every Good Morning Macomb, we allow you, the viewer, to vote on stories you want to see right here on the show.
Polls each week are posted to our Facebook page with a variety of stories that you can choose from, and they will air on this Good Morning Macomb.
That's right. We now have the results you voted for in this week's Choose the News poll. We asked you to vote for one of these two stories, I should say.
And at 52%, you picked a boy filling potholes in his neighborhood to air this morning. If you ask a 12-year-old Monty Scott, the potholes on his street are out of control.
Like a lot of places.
Oh, yeah.
So much so that he's not waiting on officials to fix the problem. He's taking care of the issue himself with a shovel and some dirt.
4 years separate 12-year-old Monty Scott from a driver's license.
32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38.
But in Michigan, You don't need to be driving age to be fed up
50 potholes just from right here to down here, and they didn't halfly fill them up. You can see and look.
with potholes.
No fill.
Monty didn't have time to waste.
Yeah, I work pretty hard. I enjoy doing what I do, and I think he sees it, and so it kind of rubs off on him.
When his mom's tire fell victim to this crater at the end of his Muskegon Heights street.
So I just took action.
Fixing the road himself.
He saw a problem, and he thought that he could fix it by filling in the potholes with the dirt.
A crew came through and finished the job Monty started,
Yeah, this the Band-Aid, but it don't stay on long.
topping off most of the potholes.
It used to be a good street.
But with this many,
See, like they didn't fill that one, that one, and that one, and that one.
he says you can't fix the problem by filling.
They need to just just tear the whole street up and use concrete, but it might cost more, but it lasts longer.
Monty hopes, whatever the solution,
I think it ain't gonna be that easy to do.
it happens sooner than his 16th birthday.
Call whole new street. Whole new street.
That's good for him.
Well, yeah, that's nice. I mean, that's quite nice of him.
Yeah, taking matters into your own hands
Right,
when
well,
no one else
sometimes
is going to
we
do it.
have to.
Right.
All right, trending now this morning, you may have seen the video of the man stuffing a snake down his pants, but this guy has a leg up, you could say. Police in Fresno, California are looking for a man who stole a chainsaw from a local hardware store. And look how he does it. Are you ready? Watch this.
Oh,
he takes the
sir.
chainsaw and shoves it right down his pants, and then takes the jacket to try and cover it up. The owner of RG Equipment says the thief took off in a pickup truck.
Wow.
I don't know what to say.
I don't either.
That's
Nice try.
a creative way to steal a chainsaw, I guess.
Spring cleaning?
Yeah,
Right.
I know.
All right.
And then there were four. March Madness play is heating up once again on Saturday. After Michigan State knocked off Zion Williamson, the favorites, and the Duke Blue Devils, Texas Tech, Auburn, and Virginia are fighting for a trip to the national championship. Jennifer Mabrel has more.
Hotels around downtown are full of fanfare. You can tell the Final Four teams have arrived in Minneapolis. Cheers and chants of "Go Green" greeted the Spartans to town. Michigan State faithful made the trek in hopes of seeing their team go all the way.
When you're root for Michigan State basketball, you go wherever they are when it comes tournament time, and to get back to the Final Four is really awesome.
Texas Tech was the first to touch down in the Twin Cities. A band along with a path to their first Final Four welcomed the players.
And then when you see it, when you start watching the national shows and you see Texas Tech as one of the four names up there, it makes you swell with pride because our fans have been so great and so loyal through the years.
Auburn arrived and made its team hotel Tigers territory. Players will surely hear chants of "War Eagle" as the team also makes its debut in the Final Four. Right on pace, Virginia Cavaliers community hooped and hollered for the only #1 seed to make it to Minneapolis. They've waited for another Final Four appearance for 35 years.
It's like celebrities, right? How cool was that? They're so big, they're so awesome, so humble. Just love them. It was really cool.
Anything to get Duke.
Correct. I was
out
so
of
happy.
the
So who
championship.
do you guys want to win?
Michigan State. I'm gonna have to go with Michigan State.
I'm there with you.
Okay.
Michigan
I'm going
State.
with the Big 12 team, and I'm going to say Texas Tech.
Oh,
so
whatever.
we'll see on
We'll find
Saturday. And coming up after the break, News 3 Jared Streeter has a look at the weekend forecast. You're watching Good Morning Macomb.
On Tuesday, November 6th, our state will be making some important decisions.
You might think it's not important,
or your vote doesn't matter.
But that's not true.
If you don't know how
or where to register,
visit vote.gov.
Make your voice heard.
Create your success at Western Illinois University. Automatic scholarships and affordable education and more are all yours at Western Illinois University. Apply today at wiu.edu.
Leah, did you put a new dent in that?
This one? No.
Were you texting and driving again?
Yes.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about your bumper.
I want to be able to stand in front of a camera and tell people the story of what the weather's going to be like that day, or be able to tell people, hey, there's something coming your way, you need to take cover, you need to watch out. And being able to stand in front of a camera and tell not only people who are directly involved but their family members as well, like, this is what's going on. It's been very important to me because, you know, being in those situations where you are relying on the news to tell you what's going on, I like to be a part of that and helping people with that.
Oh, you're fine. Welcome back and good morning, Macomb. Currently our temperatures outside again are 46 degrees. Our dew point is really close to our temperature, so that's why we're starting to see the foggy weather outside. Our humidity is at 96%, which is also feeding that moisture, making it the foggy situation. Winds are very mild outside, north-northeast at 3 miles an hour. Average highs for this time of year are 59 degrees. Our average low, 37. Our record high, 83 degrees. I know some of us are kind of wanting that right about now. And our record low, about 9 degrees. Good thing we're not seeing that today. Looking at our surface pressure map right here, we can see a low pressure system kind of pushing up through our area. It's kind of pushing all of the moisture out of our area. But however, we do see another low pressure system starting to form over the Colorado Rockies, and it's going to start moving its way up towards us, and that is going to potentially feed a storm system that is going to head into our area this weekend. Looking at our radar again, we do see the moisture starting to head off to our east, and we aren't going to see much of this rain today. However, again, as we head into the weekend, I'll get to that in a second. Here's our current cloud conditions as the sun rises, of course. You can see the clouds start to cover our area. It is going to be very cloudy throughout today and throughout this weekend as well. Looking at our current temperatures again, 46 degrees here in Macomb, a 48 in Quincy, a high of 51 in Springfield as well. Looking at tonight, we're going to have temperatures of 44 degrees here in Macomb, 45 in Beardstown, and 47 in Quincy. 68 in Macomb for looking at tomorrow. Beardstown's going to have 71. 71 also in Quincy. It looks like the northern region of our viewing area is going to have more in the high 60s, and the lower regions are going to get closer in the 70s. As we look into tomorrow night, Macomb is going to have 53 degrees. 53 degrees here in Macomb, 55 here in Beardstown, and again 55 down in Springfield. Looking at tonight, we are going to have a low temperature of 44 degrees. 44 degrees with south winds at 4 miles an hour. Tomorrow we're going to have a high of 68. Looking at our 5-day forecast, we do have cloudy skies on Saturday. The high is 68. High is 71 on Sunday, and that is where our severe potential is going to start. We are going to start to look at. No guarantees just yet, but there is some chances for thunderstorms that day. But look at these temperatures: 71 on Sunday, 71 on Monday, 69 Tuesday, and then the rain will again return on Wednesday. I am really looking forward to these temperatures, guys.
Temperatures are nice, but wish we could do without the rain.
The rain, yeah, but again, it is April.
It's that season.
It is the storm season.
April showers bring May flowers.
I'm excited because it's storm season.
Oh, well, and he'll be out there again. Right. Well, a New Jersey woman learned about her parents' love for each other and the kindness of strangers.
This was done with a little assistance from Ancestry.com. Valerie Castro explains.
Her parents' love story will live on with her forever, but 54-year-old Carol Cutler is just now learning more about how the tale started.
It's a whole different side of them before they were parents and grandparents.
Both her parents died about a year ago, just 5 months apart.
We had an estate sale because it was such a big job. Along the way, these must have been misplaced in something that we got rid of.
She's referring to the 65 love letters in almost mint condition.
My dearest Joan,
Her dad sent them to her mother in the 1950s when he was in the Army stationed in Japan.
Waiting, praying, and hoping that time passes quickly so I can come home to you.
And her mother waiting back in America in nursing school. Carol had no idea about her parents' letters.
Puts a whole puzzle together that, never knew existed.
Her father wrote these during the infancy of their almost 70-year-long love story. The ones her mother sent in return are still lost.
He was like a big bear and, had a big bark at times, but everybody always knew he had a great heart, and it shows in all these letters, definitely.
The reason why Carol now has her hands on these letters is Bonnie Hanlon, who found them inside this Asbury Park antique store and used Ancestry.com to look up the family.
I was thrilled to find that they had gotten married. And then I found that somebody else was researching them.
That person searching was Carol, but she never expected this.
I'm a teacher and I always tell my students, acts of kindness, and this is just the ultimate act of kindness.
This time spotlighting acts of love.
Very nice.
It is. Very sweet. And coming up, Andrew takes a tour of a local business in downtown Macomb.
Yeah, that's right. But first, is there a new business, building, or construction that you're curious about? Send us information about where it's at, and we'll try to find out what's coming soon to your community.
I started to think about doing broadcasting my freshman year. I started calling some football games for the freshman football team. My high school didn't really have a broadcasting program like some do, and so a lot of my stuff was just PA for different sports, for basketball, for volleyball. And my mom signed me up for a visit to come to Western on a Discover Western Day. And I walked through the doors of the rec center, and Buzz Hoon shook my hand and said, "Zach Stone, I've seen all your footage, I know who you are, and you belong here." And that's what really makes WIU feel like home.
Disaster tips from the objects left behind.
My home wasn't insured, but you can check your insurance policy now to make sure you're covered. Oh.
My savings are lost, but you can put money aside and plan for unexpected disaster costs.
We're lost forever, but you can scan important documents now so they survive.
For more tips on how to prepare, visit ready.gov.
The first time I met Morris, the door flew open and I got this larger-than-life personality talking at the top of his lungs.
Hey, how you doing today?
Oh, man. Oh, I totally forgot. Hold on, let me get this for you. Oh. Just had a magnetic energy. So I thought, all right, we're definitely going to be friends.
Drop off a warm meal and get more than you expect. Volunteer at americaletsdolunch.org.
America, let's do lunch!
Why I love to do sports anchoring? Because, it's talking about sports. I decided to come to Western because I wanted an experience that wasn't like some other schools. I did color commentary for one volleyball game. I was terrified. I never did any broadcasting in high school, but when I was talking, it was all, staggered, and I had no idea what I was saying, and now I've done so many different games as a color commentator, play-by-play, now sports anchor. Every show and every game, it gets easier and easier, and I get more comfortable doing it.
Welcome back. As we talked about earlier, this week the owner of Nostalgia, Laura Dively, gave me a tour of what her business has to offer. Take a look at what I did around town. Nostalgia north of the downtown is a one-stop shop for gifts, housewares, and even tasty treats. Let's take a look.
Hi there.
How are you?
Good, thank you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
I would say we are kind of like a lifestyle boutique. We come in and get something for baby. We come in and get something for a birthday gift. Your pets. So we've just got something for everyone. So this is our second floor, and it's super fun up here. We moved a lot of our home decor and pet and men's section up here when we bought in the whole Hallmark Gold Crown store. So that's on the main floor. And then up here, we've just got lots of fun stuff. The barware, our pet section does really well because we all love our our dogs and cats. We had a lot of the fun, sassy things that I don't necessarily want on the main floor, but it's really fun, so we've got it up here.
And 2 sides, so there's double this.
So in this room, we've got a lot of baby outfits. They're burp cloths, matching bibs. Again, one of our favorite lines is Mud Pie. And then since we recently added Hallmark, we've also got a lot of Hallmark baby items. We keep a lot of our serving dishware, platters. Lots of the servingware today has lots of fun, quirky stains on it rather than the formal china. And then we've got a lot of the bright colored dish towels, linens, things that are beautiful but help, you know, function too within your space. My favorite brands in here are like Mud Pie, Now Design. We've got Tea Forte. We've got a lot of things in here. Lots of books, dips, Rusty Boot books. I mean, there's just a ton of things in here. This is our Katie Loxton room, and it's a new handbag line that we just brought in, which I love. It's all solid bags, vegan leather, and it's just beautiful. Solids, pastels. So we've got the handbags, we've got wallets, we've got pouches right behind you, and this has been super popular.
And look, a special area just for local items. And candy.
Yeah.
And it all.
Perfect.
Laura, thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming in.
Oh, so good.
That's stealing product.
Well, there, you got to watch me eat chocolate on camera.
Looks like you had a lot of fun.
I did. That's one of my favorite stores here in town. And so what I did is I bought us the new official coasters of Good Morning Macomb from Nostalgia, and this is from their local section. So I really like they
I do
have
too,
they have a
yeah.
section that's just local items, things like this from Macomb, coffee mugs, coasters, and
Thank you very
store.
much.
Yeah, so check it out, North Randolph Street, just north of the downtown.
Yeah.
So.
And coming up after the break, we will preview a weekend sporting event and a look at final weather. Stay with us.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in the shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Nobody likes an awkward silence. You can actually use it for something good.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Getting that college education, what are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else? Or will you dare do something different? Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts? Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget. That would be cool. Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself? What are you gonna make of me?
You're fine. You're fine.
All right, this weekend the Fighting Leathernecks baseball team continues Summit League play as they host a 3-game series against Oral Roberts University. So far, Western is 2-7 in conference play, but hopefully they'll get it together this weekend. Jared, will it be a good weekend for for baseball? Sorry.
If it's on Sunday, I'm going to give you a no.
Okay.
However, on Saturday, it is going to be a high 68 and just partially cloudy, so it is going to be a beautiful day for some baseball on Saturday.
Awesome.
But again, Sunday is the day to look out for.
Okay.
Well, great. Rainy weekend, but nice. That's all the time we have for you this morning. We thank you so much for joining us.
For breaking news, weather, and more, follow us on our social media platforms, NEWS3, WIU, sorry.
We'll get it.
Right.
From all of us here at News 3, have a good morning, Macomb. Bye.